My name is Jessen. I'm the head of product at IP Street. And I was kind of inspired by the KR presentation last month, where they have a kind of product that's sort of very niche and specialized and maybe doesn't appeal to a lot of people. That's similar about IP Street. But we are an API vendor, a cloud API vendor, and I thought that learning about what cloud APIs are and how they are the building blocks of new technology or new companies in the future might be helpful for people that, you've probably heard this word a lot. What is an API? There are companies that sell them. We sell them. What's an API? So it's an application programming interface. And really what it is, let's say you have a person, a user, a client. This is what we might call it. And then you have another person. It's a vendor or a server or a data source or something. And there's some kind of wall in between them, right? In our situation, the wall is like the internet. It's the ether, right? And what we do is we define messages and we toss them over the wall back and forth to each other, right? And this is called an API interface. And we very clearly define what the message is. And what the client on the left says is that if you give me a message that looks like this, I promise I'll do this other thing. And we just toss things back and forth to each other all the time. So, in the real world, what does that mean? Well, here's an example. So, let's say I'm an online retailer. I sell hats or shoes or something. And I have an API vendor. It could be PayPal, it could be Stripe, it could be somebody like that. And as an online retailer, I want to take credit cards, but I don't want to deal with card validation or payment clearing or foreign exchange, fraud detection, data security, or merchant accounts. So I just set up an account at PayPal, and I just tell PayPal, send them a message over the wall, and I say, my customer wants to pay with a credit card. Is that okay? And PayPal says, sure, no problem, done. We take care of all that other stuff, and we charge you 2.75% or something like that. So this is a real-world example of an API that we all kind of understand, and you can plug this into any company that you start. Here's a different example that might not be as intuitive. So if I have a company like Braintree, also a payments provider, and then I add in a little bit of mapping, maybe I ask the question, where am I right now? And Google says, you are here, here's a picture of it. And then I add in something like Twilio, which sends text messages. I say, Twilio, send a text message to somebody. What do I get? I get Uber, right? That is Uber. Uber is these three things stuck together in one company.
Wow.
Press a button, get a ride. Okay? So these are building blocks that other people build companies on top of. And now other people are going to be building companies on top of Uber, perhaps, or under this infrastructure. So, my company, IP Street, is one of these providers. We are one of these building blocks. There's maybe two different kinds of API companies, maybe, on two different sides. This is debatable, but here's a very easy way to think about it. There's integrators, people like Salesforce, Quandl, HubSpot. They bring other APIs together and put them in a centralized location and surface them to human users who can do stuff with them. There's even hedge funds that do this, right? It's a crowdsourced hedge fund. And then on the other side, there's specializers. And I would say IP Street is a specializer. So we have Stripe. We're the best payments in the world. If you want to sell something in Japan, you use Stripe. SIFT Science, fraud detection as an API. If you want to protect your stuff, use SIFT Science. Clearbit, identities online. Lob. Hand to heaven, if I want to send a physical letter to somebody, I can use Lob API and they will mail you a letter. So what is IP Street? I know, that's bonkers, right? So what is IP Street? Our problem statement is that government data is really dirty, filthy, and inconsistent. And the people who deal with it traditionally live in this walled garden where you play in their nice little world, but you don't get to interact with anything outside. So we have liberated intellectual property patent data, and we allow you to plug intellectual property data, search, these kind of things into anything you want. So specifically, we sell four things. Super clean patent data. We sell a semantic search engine. You give us a text document of any kind, Wikipedia article, another patent, or white paper. We send you back all the patents from most conceptually similar to least conceptually similar indexed. Plain text analytics. And we do automated due diligence for patents and trademarks and transactions. know this was quick. Thanks. I hope you guys learn a little bit about EPIs and building blocks.
Yeah.